Probably not going to get it focusing. Well, this just came on my phone. Public safety alert from the Executive Office of the Governor. The state of Michigan stay home, stay safe order takes effect at midnight tonight. Non-essential travel is prohibited. As necessary, you may have your home, leave your home for health and safety reasons, to get groceries and supplies for certain outdoor activities, and care for others. See www.michigan.gov/coronavirus. Just in 2 minutes ago, state of Michigan at midnight, stay at home alert. Yeah, phone just lit up, and the information that I got over the weekend through family who gets information from the Consumers Power said it was already in the works Friday night. Well, be careful whatever flow gives away. You want to spray it with Lysol when you get it, and not just from the Wuhan virus. Yeah, it's as fake as the moon landing. I agree, because the moon landing was real. I saw it on TV. It has to be real. Ben's in here? Oh no, Ben. Are you part of Canada now? Can't cross the bridge? Keep chatting. I'm reading. Uh, Ben, you have methods to take out your frustrations. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Ben, Hugface stops in again today. That's twice you checked out my lizard. I'm gonna have to wonder about that. I hope you just join my channel to have fun, Truth, because this is a true channel and you ain't breeding any right there. Hey, yeah, remember the eye thing I taught you, Porter Farmer? If you wipe both eyes, you just infected one of them with the other. And if you watch Pajama Audit's video, the nurses did a test and hand sanitizer only works once, so bar soap is the answer to begin with. Good to see you, Porter Farmer. I don't think I've seen an update on the bridge lately, but I guess we don't need to be working on things like bridges. Now, see, now you're using two words there, virus and disease. I think they misuse disease on public reporting all the time. A virus isn't a disease, and what's killing you is that your immune system overreacts so bad it fills your lungs with fluid, trying to kill the virus. So, if you want to talk science, bridge is almost underwater. Then it's not a bridge anymore. It's a fishing center. It's not a conversation for this room. Oh my God, they proved it in court. Oh, then it has to be true. It's on TV and it's in court. Oh my God, it's true. It's so true. You know, you got one more chance, Truth. Try something honest instead of bullshit. Yes. But we have cameras that can shoot so far away now that they can look at half a city being underwater if there's water between the two. So your whole flat Earth theory is so much bullcrap. All 2% of the people who believe that also, would buy the Mackinac Bridge, thinking they could harvest the trolls. Well, I did give you one more chance. And everyone else could have taken the opportunity. I don't know. The good things that will end up coming out of this: nationalism is no longer a dirty word. Globalism killed itself. Things will be made in America, which, I mean, I've been saying that since the 70s when they started putting those little stickers on made in China. And we wouldn't buy that stuff. We bought the stuff a little more expensive next to it. We have rare earth metals, but it's just, less expensive to buy it from China. It's always been about the money. And capitalism will see us through this. There are all kinds of companies that used to make ventilators said, hey, we can make them again. Nobody made them do it. You don't have to worry about arguing with them anymore. That was pathetic. I know, Ben, but I'm not in a good mood, so I don't want to laugh. It didn't take long to destroy his arguments, so or hers. I guess it could be a woman. I usually don't think women is that dumb. Wait a minute. Wow. Did I just say that? Oh man, I know. I'm dying to get out there. I've got one spot I can go up that's a bridge that has a nice wooden walkway on the side of it with rails. That the river goes under a couple spots, and there's all kinds of water in the middle. It's full gills and perch, and this will end a lot quicker than people think. And we've done a lot to save lives. We've given up a lot, but that's what we do. But the response that I'm seeing with the Democratic Party right now is insane. This is they're holding that bill up from even debating it in the Senate. Our water's really low this year. Even my brother's property was underwater. The pond's low already, and there's no snow other than the inch and a half we got last night that melted. So unless we get some heavy rains, we're actually going to be a little bit low in Michigan this year. We could get some spring rain to equal it out. Well, we all have accepted the government doesn't work, and they're sitting there trying to decide what goodies they can get instead of trying to help. If they don't mess it up too much, and let's face it, I mean, the decisions that have to be made are pretty big decisions for people that are used to being, every time they open their mouth, they lie. Oh, yeah, but Canada got quite a bit up there. Just didn't spread down to the lakeshore this year. A lot of lakes didn't freeze over down this way. I think the river was only froze over a couple of days, and that was never safe ice. But if you take the weather from 100 years ago and graph the daily weather up and down, maximum temperature, and you stick it along last year's, you can't tell which is which. They look almost identical. It kind of throws a whole clog into that stupid mathematical theory they came up with, based on what this other idiot here was talking about, that the earth is flat, the sun is flat, it's a constant exchange of temperature between the two. And that's how they come up with this whole theory. It's going to get warmer by a 3.5 centigrade possibly in the next so many years. It's a stupid math theory. It doesn't count for anything. It doesn't even deal with a round earth. I get sunburned driving in the car. So I hear you. Oh yeah, Morels. Oh, my daughter got to try one. My mother tried them up in Butter last year. We were up there in May for my dad's funeral, and she's like, "Those are outrageous." I'm like, man, I've eaten so many morels in my lifetime. That was one of the coolest things to pick, though. A 13 button cane brake. So that was why I went live quick, was my notification that Michigan is shut down. And I think the major reason that it's all going to be shut down is because there are actually going to be so many test kits out there that that number is going to go up, because not that they all got it yesterday, but because they ought to test it today. And people are just going to freak out more. Saw your roofing job there, PDF. I was glad my legs don't work anymore, so I don't have to think about that kind of work. Just reading off the notification I got. We're in lockdown as of midnight tonight, which I predicted 2 days ago since I had inside information. You're still hanging in there, Reptard? Haven't given up for the night? You just got to get your TV time in, don't you? Well, Ben, if you spent more time in the United States, maybe you'd hear things like that. I think they call snakes frozen meat sticks up there. There you go. You're fine. It's all too much. Everybody go watch his videos. You're all stuck inside unless you have an essential job. Did some searching on the laws about whether the press is included in that. As far as I can tell, it's not. So anybody who has a phone and starts filming, obviously, yeah, we have a few timber rattlers in Michigan. I've seen one my whole entire life, and I was out in the woods a lot. Not like down in Florida where every board you turn over, you got to worry about there being a rattler under. Hey, no problem. It's all too much times two. It's only too much if you believe it's too much. Oh, my snakes that I dealt with in Ohio and Michigan were blue racers, black water snakes, mostly them too. A few hognose. I watched my mom dump a huge cake onto a snake that her pet schnauzer went after it. It was a puff adder, and she screamed, and the dog was real close to it. She was so afraid the dog was going to get bit, she threw the cake on the snake. I was like, what a waste of cake. Walked over, picked it up by the tail. It went limp, went over through it in the ditch, and off it went, full of cake. Yeah, spiders scary. There are a few people that are terrified of spiders that I know. We have the brown recluse up here. We used to have these weird big black spiders with color on them in Ohio. They'd be on the milkweeds, and they had like another wide leaf plant. It only had a few leaves. It got a black flower that seeds well. They were orange when they were fresh. They were little pumpkin color. And man, the spiders love them things. Yeah, we got a natural fear of things that move without legs. I had a scare when I was out woodchuck hunting or wood duck, partridge if there were any. I almost stepped on a coiled blue racer that was probably 5 feet long, and when I went to step backwards, I stepped on its skin and it just shed. And yeah, I think there were a few dribbles of piss, and my great uncle yelled, "Don't shoot it! They eat bugs." I was gonna blast it with my 20 gauge. Luckily, I stepped on the skin and not the snake. But they are one of the coolest snakes. They can go through a grass or a wheat field, and their head is at the top of the wheat. If it's 2 foot up there and they're 3 foot long, they get up on their tail and just they fall onto all that grain and just it's crazy. They go across there, it's spooky looking. They can ruin a good cake though. Yeah, Ben. It actually it's not as safe out in the country as it was when I grew up. Now that the bears and the wolves, coyotes are all back, actually kind of pay attention to your environment now. You're not the king of the forest anymore. Well, I hope I gave you all a chuckle and put the word out on Michigan. Stay away. The reptile, it's wonderful of you to stay awake through this whole thing. You're not a statue, quit. You ought to be tired though. You crawled around all day today. You'll see that in my earlier life. He was like that all day. Rest for 5 minutes, wander around for 5 minutes. knock his food all around. He didn't even eat today. He knew about the shutdown. All right, everybody. The news is out. Stay away from Michigan. Goodbye to everybody. Thanks for the 2 likes. And we gone.